Hello friends, today I am going to discuss about the interaction energy for normal Zeeman effect. First of all, Zeeman effect. Due to the external magnetic field, the energy level of atom changes. As a result, a single spectral line splits into many lines. Such effect is called a Zeeman effect. Before we have studied about the generated magnetic field due to the spin and orbital motion of the electron around the nucleus, but this Zeeman effect is such effect in which we will study the application of applied magnetic field. Zeeman effect is classified into two types on the basis of applied magnetic field as normal Zeeman effect and anomalous Zeeman effect. If the spectral line is split into three lines by the external magnetic field, then we call such as normal Zeeman effect. Here you can see this first figure indicates the normal Zeeman effect. Here a single spectral line is split into three lines. For these three components we call for this component as pi component and these two as sigma component. The energy levels are equally shifted in this normal Zeeman effect, and when the spectral line is split into more than three lines, then such type of phenomenon of splitting of spectral line into more than three lines is called as anomalous Zeeman effect. Here you can see sodium D1 and D2 lines, which indicates the splitting of spectral line into four components and six components. Normal Zeeman effect. Normal Zeeman effect is the phenomenon that explains the splitting of spectral line into three components in a magnetic field. In normal Zeeman effect, only orbital angular momentum is considered. In the case of normal Zeeman effect, we do not consider the spin motion of electrons. That is, we consider the spin singlet case over here. Whereas in anomalous Zeeman effect, we have to consider the spin quantum number as well. So, the spin angular momentum in this case is zero. Normal Zeeman effect is only valid for transition between singlet state in atoms. This singlet state means the case where the total spin is zero. The elements that give the normal Zeeman effect include helium, zinc, cadmium, mercury, etc. So my aim is to calculate the interaction energy for normal Zeeman effect. For that, consider a hydrogen-like atom in an external constant uniform magnetic field in the z-axis. Due to external magnetic field, the energy level of atom change. As a result, a singlet spectral line split into many lines. Such effect is called as normal Zeeman effect. Simply that is Zeeman effect. If it splits into three components, then we call it as normal Zeeman effect, and if it splits into more than three components, we call it as anomalous Zeeman effect. The Hamiltonian for the system of single electron in presence of external magnetic field can be written as simply the Hamiltonian can be written as the sum of unperturbed Hamiltonian and perturbed Hamiltonian. This is the unperturbed Hamiltonian H0 and plus H1. This represents the perturbed Hamiltonian. It may be due to different cases like electric field, magnetic field, own self due to spin orbit interaction, but here we are considering with the case of magnetic field. That is, Zeeman effect considers the magnetic field effect. Magnetic field also applied magnetic field, not generated magnetic field. So H equal to P square by 2 mu plus Fi plus H1. I have opened this H0. This is unperturbed Hamiltonian, which can be expressed as the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Since in the presence of uniform magnetic field, If we apply uniform magnetic field, then the Hamiltonian of a charged particle is modified. That would not be as before. That is, the kinetic energy term would be modified as this, where this P is the momentum, this E becomes the charge of electron, C is the velocity of light, and A is the magnetic vector potential, where A vector equal to 1 by 2 B cross R. This is magnetic flux density, and R becomes the radius vector, be the vector potential. Now from equation 2 we get, on opening this bracket by using the formula of A square equal to A dot A, then we can find the value of this first quantity as this P square by 2 mu minus E divided by 2 mu C A vector dot P vector minus E divided by 2 mu C P vector dot A vector plus A square divided by 2 mu C square. So on comparing this equation 3 with equation this first, we can write the value of H1 minus E A dot P plus P dot A divided by 2 mu C plus E square A square by 2 mu C square. Okay, if we operate some state vector by this A dot P plus P dot A and 2A dot P plus P dot A, both will give the same result. So we can consider this A dot P plus P dot A equal to 2A dot P plus P dot A. So on considering that, this perturbed Hamiltonian due to the application of magnetic field can be written as minus E 2A dot P plus P dot A divided by 2 mu C plus E square A square divided by 2 mu C square. If we consider only up to the first order, then this A square represents the quadratic form, that is second order, so we can ignore it. Then E square A square divided by 2 mu C square can be dropped out. So this equation for H1 can be written as, if we write minus IH cut del for this P, then this equation will be of the form this, after ignoring this second term, that is would be equal to IEH cut divided by 2 mu C 2A dot del plus del dot A. And for uniform magnetic field, this del dot A equals to 0. So equation 4 can again be written by neglecting this second term of this bracket, and if we substitute minus IH cut del equal to P, then this equation would be in this form, minus E A dot P divided by mu C is equal to minus, as it is, and we can substitute this A equal to 1 by 2 B cross R as mentioned before. So on substituting that, we can get R cross P equal to L, that is angular momentum equal to R cross P, by applying the scalar triple product over here, and there would be the form of L dot B, and on considering the magnetic field applied along Z direction, only we can find this quantity to be Lz Vz. So this perturbed Hamiltonian would finally be minus E divided by 2 mu C Lz Vz. So here, due to the application of magnetic field, the energy level are splitted, and such splitation is degenerate, as we will have 2L plus 1 fold degeneracy for a given L. That's why we have to use the secular equation to find that perturbation. Okay. So for this we will use the secular equation in this form, that is determinant of H1 Ki minus E1 del Ki equals to 0. Here this Ki1 will represent the matrix element of H1 between states, that psi k and psi I, both in ground state, and this E1 will represent the perturbation, that is energy correction up to first order due to the application of magnetic field, and this del Ki will represent the correction term, that is simply the scalar product. Okay, so this del Ki equal to integration over psi k0 star psi I0 del tau. This is simply the scalar product of two states psi k0 and psi i0. For this we can represent by writing n-l-m. So psi star n-l-m are equal to psi. For this k we will write the quantum number n-l-m ml, and for this I state we will write the quantum number n dash l dash ml dash. So data as it is. On writing this psi and psi k0 and psi i0 in the spherical polar coordinate system, we can write in this form, where for this spherical harmonics we can indicate this by del l l dash, del ml ml dash, and this radial part is written as it is. The solution of this radial part will exist or will be equal to 1 only if both this yon and yon dash and yal and yal dash are equal. So on making that all equal, we will get here del yal dash equal to 1, as yal and yal dash should be same. So this can be written only as delta ml ml dash. So for delta ki we can replace by delta ml ml dash in this case. Similarly, we will again calculate the matrix element of H1 between state k and I. So for that, simply we will write Hki1 equal to integration over psi k0 H1, here star, okay, psi k0 star H1 psi i0 d tau, and on substituting the value of H1 equal to minus E divided by 2 mu c Lz Bz from the previous slides, you can see over here. From here we can obtain the value of H1 ki. Since this E divided by 2 mu c Bz along with this minus sign is constant, so we can take that outside, and psi k0 star Lz psi i0 d tau. And on writing this expression in terms of spherical polar coordinates, we can write like this, and for this Lz in spherical polar coordinate we can write minus I h cut del by del phi. So on substituting this while operating by this operator to this, we can get I ml dash. So on substituting that over here, we will get this expression, minus into minus plus, so E divided by 2 mu c Bz h cut ml dash delta ml dash. So on putting these values of Hki1 and del ki in this equation, we will get E divided by 2 mu c Bz h cut ml dash delta ml dash minus E1 delta ml dash equals to 0. Okay, and if we normally take this z component of magnetic field as B, then on substituting this ml equal to ml dash, we can obtain the value of E1 to be E divided by 2 mu c Bz h cut ml. So this is the energy which is responsible for normal Zeeman shift. Therefore E n l ml, that is the overall energy, equal to, this is on perturbed energy En0 plus EV h cut ml divided by 2 mu c. This is the energy obtained due to the application of magnetic field. So from this expression we can see that each state corresponding to L value will be split into odd number of states, that is 2L plus 1 states with energy separation EB h cut divided by 2 mu c. So finally we can conclude like this. Thus the degenerate states are split by a magnetic field into 2L plus 1 distinct components which are equally spaced and odd in number. The selection rule for ml are del ml equal to 0 and plus minus 1. This is the simply selection rule for ml. Therefore any line is split into three lines. In normal Zeeman effect, each line is split into three lines separated by a frequency interval omega L equal to E divided by 2 mu c b. From here you can see this. As the energy separation between two consecutive states is E v h cut divided by 2 mu c, so also we know E equal to h cut omega. So for that Larmor frequency omega can be obtained as EV divided by 2 mc or 2 mu c. Okay, and here we have shown the splitation of two levels, that is L equal to 1, this will represent the P state, and L equal to 2, this will represent the D state. This D state is split into five lines, that is for which the value of ml ranges from -2 to 2, and for this L equal to 1, that is P state, it is split into three states having the value of ml ranging from -1 to 1. So this indicates the normal Zeeman effect. Here only those transitions are possible for which the selection rule for ml is valid, that is del ml equal to 0 or plus minus 1. So here is ml equal to 1, here is 1, that becomes del ml equal to 0, so it is possible transition. Likewise here 0 0, this is also possible transition, it also represents 0. Here -1 this is also del ml equal to 0 case. So these three lines will represent the case of del m equal to 0. Likewise these three lines will represent the case of del ml equal to -1, and these three lines represent the case of del ml equal to 1. In this way we can see the overall case of normal Zeeman effect. That's all. Thank you.